Okay, I'm doing a pre-backpack little hike, getting ready for a group that wants to try backpacking, some of them for the first time. And so I'm going to simulate doing this and load this pack up with odds and ends. Not all the stuff that I need, but just some of them. And then I'm going to hike up, and it's just a real short distance. The road's blocked up this way, and so just hike straight over, a little bit over, and there's a camp area there. And it'd be a good test where you're away from your car enough, but still close. So here's my pack. It's a Kelty, and I'm just going to put in a bunch of stuff. A tarp, this tarp, poncho, some tinder, towel, freeze-dried food, sleeping bag insert, cup, knife, multi-tool, cord, first aid, water, and a canteen, a little stove, cooking, eating supplies, 2 little bags with fire making and first aid, etc. Fat wood, saw, bank line, paracord, emergency fire starting, and an axe over here. And that'll be all I'm taking today, just to show where we're going and stuff and let the people know. And what I'm going to do is cut some firewood and hide it up here so that we don't have to go to quite so much trouble. So stick with me. Okay, I'll take you parts of the way up here. Don't want to bore you with it, but this is the start of the walk. And I'll show you what my pack looks like up here further on a stump somewhere. But it's a real short distance, but a super way to try backpacking without going to all the trouble of going long distances and hiking a long ways and finding you forgot something or whatever. This is the ideal. And the good part about it, won't be anybody up here camping because the road's blocked. This is a well-worn path, as you can see here. Deer trail through here. I might set up my webcam right here and leave it. We may come back up Saturday and backpack. So it'd be an opportune time to check it then and find out if anything's been through here. I see deer track and they're fresh, like right down in here where they scuffed up, right there, scuffed up the area. So they've been through here in the last day. Anyway, I'll stop on the log up here and show you my pack. In the meantime, I'll turn this off to save battery. Okay, the way the camera is facing here is the way that we're going to go. The campsite is over that way. I got my axe and my saw. I normally wouldn't have these, but I'm going to do some wood cutting today. But what I have in the pack here is pretty much the weight of what I would have on the trip, because I got water in here and some food and odds and ends. I'd have a few more clothes and a little bit less of some other things, but this is the pack. And I'm going to get down like this and make sure you can see it, but only got about 5 more minutes that way. Okay, taking you through that forested area. It's a little bit thicker up in here. Holding the camera and the axe and stuff. I could have put it on the pack, but I'm going to use it real soon here, so, and it's not very far. Anyway, going through some fall down area right here, headed toward the camp. It gets really beautiful up here more when you look down in that way. There's aspen down there, and they're just starting to leaf out right now. But go over these logs here and there that's coming up, and right where we're headed pretty much is where the camp place is. So it'll take all but 10-15 minutes to get here. No real biggie even for an old guy like me. So it'll be nice for any new backpacker that wants to come in and try this out. I'm getting winded a little bit just doing this. Anyway, take you just a little bit further here and show you the country. Now we're on the flats. All I have to do is just keep heading the direction of the camera right here. And so I'll turn it off here and then show you the camp. Okay, it was just a couple minutes later and it's to the campsite. Here's the pit. I'd have to work it out a little bit. Put my pack up here. And this whole area right here I'll show you is the camp area. And plenty of tent site areas here and back the way we came. Let you have a peek here. That's where we came from. And there's some good tent sites right in that area. And right there. This big old conifer fell this winter, and it wasn't there before that you're looking at. And this is a beautiful area. The aspens here along, there's a little dinky creek, that a bunch of water that goes through there, and then the main creek is beyond. But this is an excellent camp out area, and now it's really secluded until at least the Forest Service cuts a 3-foot diameter log that angles across the road quite a ways, and the road comes in right here. Anyway, that's the camp out area, and you've seen it. Pretty easy. Well, I found a couple up here. So that's a nice piece there, and I'll get that other dead one there, that one there. Last year I stashed a couple of pieces up here, and they're pretty dry. These two here, I think I'll stash the wood right in here and cover it up with fir boughs so no one sees it. And the campsite is right over there. So pretty close. See these two hunks here? These ends? I want to make this kind of hideable. So I'll show you how to hide these ends so that when people are over there looking this way, they don't see anything cut. And it doesn't look like there's any firewood being cut. Okay, this is one method where you dig into the ground and rub dirt on it. And it makes it darker. Doesn't shine up as much. See that black part there? That's what you want. That works a lot better. Now it doesn't show up. Say in a piece like this though, where it's lower to the ground, and my tripod's playing games, you can take another branch and cover it like this, and it won't be noticeable either. So you're trying to hide things as much as possible at the campsite so it's easier to pack. But if you look over that way, it looks really natural, and that's the whole idea. Plus, see this limb on the ground right here? You want to leave some stuff out, like there's not been anybody here, and good wood for the taking. That's pretty good wood there, even though it's on the ground. Most of it's off, so that'd be good wood. And then we go over here to the log ends where I cut, like this one right here. So you can't even tell that that's been cut until you get really close right there. And then back over here in the main area where I showed you already, where I smoothed out those places there where you can't tell I cut. I did some real sneaky things too. If you break the line of sight like this right here and put some branches over it and make it dirty, then it's even going to be harder to see. Here's my main area where I got all the firewood, and it just looks like a bunch of blowdown area, just like a lot of this is around here. Let's walk around here and I'll show you. And it's good not to show that you've picked up pieces like right around in this area here, but leave some at least scattered around so it looks natural. Okay, here's the main pile, and if you're standing back, you can't tell that this is just a big log that blew down. But getting closer, you really can't even tell. If I was walking by here, I would just think that's a bunch of blowdown. But take a look inside here. I got a humongous bunch of wood in there. I suppose you can't even see when I'm trying to show you, but there is a lot of wood right here, and it's in nice links all the way back here. This piece here even is one. So this whole area right here is the wood cache, and it just looks like a bunch of blowdown, just like a lot of area is. Like right here, here's a bunch of blowdown right over here, you know, and it goes over that way. So I'm trying to simulate the same thing and make it look natural. So from a distance, it's pretty cool. You get back over here, and that pile doesn't even look like it's a bunch of firewood ready to be gotten. Just looks like a bunch of blowdown right there. So I think I did a good job. The campsite's right over there, so they got about 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 yards or so to walk to carry that wood over there and then finish it up. And we'll have at least, depending who wants to come up the first time, 2 to 7 people. So anyway, great fun, a little bit hard to work, but a good job, I feel, in trying to disguise, evade people that you got a wood cache here. Thank you. Okay, ready for a well-deserved break here. I got my backpacking chair I brought and my sandwich, And I think I got a good amount of wood cut for the group. I'm kind of like one of those Sherpas, I guess, you know, does all the hard work ahead of time, lifting and carrying and stuff before the group gets here. But pretty well satisfied that no one else is going to be up here anyway. And so now I can enjoy myself sitting in the sun here of a beautiful area. Eating my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yeah, I know there's no bacon and steak over the fire or nothing like that, but still good. Anyway, over and out.